The way I describe my research, the central organizing question of my research is, what is the relationship between people and place in this moment? And how does answering that question well lead us to understand how we can make greater strides in environmental justice and social justice? My research over the years has always shown that life is far more complex and complicated than we originally think, and that it's a human tendency to try to put everything into neat little categories. And sometimes that's an important process, but oftentimes it is really helpful to take a big step back and try to remove our categories of thought and just say, what is really happening here? And that then opens up the possibilities for new solutions. I do qualitative research. So what that means, qualitative research is doing one-on-one interviews with people, it's focus groups, it's surveys, it's studying visual representations like on social media, it's doing engaged fieldwork where you yourself sometimes are the subject and you're studying your own reactions to physically being in an environment and moving through a place. Qualitative research is endlessly creative, and that's why I love it. And it allows us to not only pick and choose which tools are best for a research project, but also it allows us to develop new tools and to try things out and see how they work. My research methods have definitely changed over time. When I first started out, doing a traditional interview, asking questions and receiving verbal feedback from someone in a one-on-one situation seemed like the best way to get answers. And over time, geographers and other qualitative researchers have learned that actually doing things with people in an activity setting is another way to get really interesting insight that you wouldn't get if you're just talking at one another or talking to one another. And another approach is asking people to be part of the research production process, meaning asking participatory research, asking people what is important for you to know and what questions might we answer together by doing this research together, rather than assuming that the researcher always knows the right questions to ask and how to go about finding the answers. I want people to study geography so they can have exposure to a geographic way of thinking. So it's not important that people become geographers, but it is important, just like it's important to study literature and have a certain understanding of the way that ideas are expressed through fiction, so that we can become better readers and thinkers. I think it's important for us to become better spatial and geographic thinkers in the way that we're always asking a question about how does place impact the way this process is happening.